Hello planning mashers and welcome to yet another Plan With Me video. Today we are setting up January in my bullet journal and I am trying out something a little bit different. First of all, my January setup will be a little bit minimalistic. I have been very busy these days, so I really wanted to do something pretty quick and I got inspired by something special. There will be more details in the video. Second of all, I am trying to plan in a notebook with refillable pages. So let's dive in and see how it goes. For the notebook, this month I will be using this Filofax notebook. They sent it to me in summer and I actually already used it as a travel journal. But I decided to give it a try as a bullet journal as well. I kind of always felt interested in how would it be to bullet journal in a notebook with refillable pages, and I just felt like New Year might be a new opportunity to explore that. Now, I don't think I will be staying with this journal for a very long time because I still have my Nuna and I absolutely adore it. I would say that January is kind of my experimental month. Now, as I mentioned, there is one more thing which I am kind of experimenting with this month, and it's the style of my bullet journal. Now, December is a super busy month, as you can imagine, with the holidays and the end of the year and just everything going on. I really didn't find a lot of time to do a lot of doodling and drawing and decorate my journal very much. That's why I'm going for a little bit of a minimalist kind of style. Now, I know this is probably not a pure minimalism. I still kind of doodle a little bit, but it's kind of a minimalism compared to my usual style. Also, I decided to choose a theme with greens. So I decided to write a big blog post and share my favorite Skillshare classes for bullet journaling. So I was going through my old classes, which I took around the time when I just started bullet journaling. And I remember the class by Peggy Dean, where she teaches how to draw cacti and succulents, and it kind of just hit me. Those doodles would go so well with this minimalist kind of look, and they are super easy to draw. So it really was a win-win. Plus, here in La Paz, it's kind of a summertime, so having a green theme in my bullet journal was not that crazy. Now, in case you guys don't know what's a Skillshare, it's a learning platform with tons and tons of amazing classes for anything pretty much. And it really was one of the bases I had when I started my bullet journal, because I had literally zero creativity in me. Like, I probably could do only a smiley face. And my handwriting was pretty much like your doctor's. So yeah, Skillshare was one of the main sources of creativity, and it kind of taught me all the basics I needed to just learn how to create prettier bullet journal pages and generally how to be more creative. They actually offer 2 months free at the moment. So if you want to check that out, I will leave the link in the description, and it will have also links to some of my favorite classes, which I'm sure will help you to bring your bullet journal to a whole new level. So you probably saw in my monthly log, I used kind of the same thing I've been using in the last few months, just a small calendar, and I color-coded the events and left some space for events. There was also a space for goals, and this month I decided to divide my goals by 3 categories: blog, YouTube, and just other goals. I feel like that way I will be able to see them better and to kind of organize my time better. by easily prioritizing. So for habit tracker, I went with a vertical tracker, which is one of my favorite formats. I don't know why I'm not using it that often. And I used little icons to symbolize the habits I want to track. They are pretty much the same habits as I did in December. It's water consumption, writing, blog post, and gym. Icons are really amazing. They help you so much in creating vertical trackers because they actually take less space than letters. And also visually, they are much easier to comprehend than writing. So I love using icons in my bullet journal, and I'm happy I'm back to using it in my habit tracker this month. And since it's just a few habits, I had enough space and I decided to add here my to-do list, which might look a bit weird, but in the end you'll see, since these two pages are together, it kind of makes sense to have it all on the same page. Yeah. Now this page is, as always, a gratitude log, a super simple page. I actually don't know yet how I want to do my gratitude in January, whether I want to write it down or if I want to doodle it. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of like doing it both ways, and I feel like it's been a while since I used doodly gratitude logs, so maybe that's what I'm gonna go with. And for the final page, there are a few new things I'm trying this month. First, on the top is my weekly schedule. So you probably know that it's actually easier to complete tasks if you put similar tasks together. And I have been kind of doing it in December, and it really helped me to do more and do better. And I want to continue doing it in January, but maybe bring it to a different level. So I actually want to assign each day a special task. So I want to have one day where I spend the whole day filming, or one day where I spend the whole day writing. That will make it much easier, because once you get into a certain mood, like when I do with writing, once I start writing, I just get into the flow and I get much better result, and I get to write much more if I just stay in my writing mood instead of switching between other different tasks. So this weekly schedule thing is exactly that. I'm gonna assign certain tasks to certain days, and this is gonna be my guideline when I'm gonna be planning my week. On the bottom, I have a little tracker. So I recently saw a TED Talk, and I will link in the description, that it actually takes just 20 hours to go through not being able to do anything, to kind of developing the skill to an okay level when you can actually do things. And 20 hours is not really that long. 20 hours can be just 1 month. So I want to challenge myself in 2020 to spend 20 hours each month on developing some new skills. There are tons of things I want to learn and tons of things I want to do better. So that's kind of my experiment. Let's see how it goes. In January, I decided to start with lettering. It's something I don't think I mastered completely yet. So I'm looking forward to improving my lettering in January. And more or less, that's about it. All I have left is to put the pages in my journal and start planning. Hope you guys like this setup. I'll see you in the next video. Keep bullet journaling and don't be a blob. Bye!